name is Lester Kraft, and I'm an adjunct instructor at CMC occasionally.
And how often do you teach at CMC?
One course every 18 months, 2 years, something like that. Not very frequently.
And what course do you teach at CMC?
It's called Entrepreneurial Operations, and it's in the Isaacson School. It's actually a lot of fun. The classes that I teach tend to be pretty small, anywhere from 6 to 12 students. I think the students are often different ages, from freshmen to maybe 40 years old or so, and they're usually very enthusiastic and interesting. I think it's fun, at least the class that I teach. It's somewhat free form because we are not doing math or English with a lot of reading, things like that you have in a lot of standard courses. It's more about how to come up with a great business idea and learn about how to pursue a business idea and ultimately even how to manage it. So the students usually get a chance to, well, they have a big say and they decide what business idea they want to pursue and make-believe pursue. And usually it's something they're really interested in, which helps a lot.
Steve Jobs once walked with me and showed me his high school. He said that he felt in the future community colleges, high schools, as well as universities and research universities would all have their new media centers. That would be the training ground where academics meets practical skills for the workforce.
Well, it was when the Isaacson School was first getting started, and I read about it in the newspaper, and I thought Walter Isaacson, you know, is a very interesting person, pretty famous. Writer and former CEO of Time Magazine and CNN executive, and so he had this great background, and I thought, well, a lot of students are going to want to come and participate that and learn about things that have to do with new media, and which interests me because of my career. So I thought, well, I'd like to be part of it and see if I can contribute in some way. There have been many, but I guess one that really stuck with me was a student she actually had her own jewelry making business, and she put a lot of time and effort and energy into it. And in this class, I agreed that she could use that as her business idea for studying how successful it was and what the prospects for it might be, and that's what the class mainly dealt with. And so we went through the whole process, and at the end of it, she was both very happy and very sad at the same time. She was happy because she knew she'd learned a lot, but she was sad because what she learned was that her business wasn't really going to make money for her, and that she probably needed to find another passion. So that was a pretty interesting experience, and I think very fulfilling for her ultimately, and for me as well, to feel like I taught her how to tell the difference between a business that could be successful and one that probably wouldn't unless she made some big changes to it. Well, I think from the students that I've had experience with, a lot of times we'll talk about what they want to do when they finish, and usually they have a pretty good idea of what they want to do, and usually those careers and jobs that they're going to embark on have to do with what they learned at the Isaacson School. So I think there's the applicability of it's very strong. Versus maybe some other programs where students get out and they really don't know what they're going to do. Whereas I think at the Isaacson School, you know, generally they have a pretty good idea, and some of them even, you know, are in a position to take jobs pretty quickly in their field.